Welcome back to the Mail-In Podcast. Happy Thursday, everybody out there. My name is Brett Merriman. I'll be your host today. To my right, I have the lovely Sally deFries in studio. Sally, what is going on?
Nothing at all.
Nada?
You said you had a busy day.
Yeah, it's been a
Little
busy one.
worker
It's been a very busy one. Quite the worker bee today. It just has flown by. I cannot believe it's almost 3 o'clock. Sorry for missing last week. I was out sick. I actually went to urgent care for what I thought was a kidney issue. Sick. So all good. All on the up and up. Happened to go to a place that I thought was urgent care, but they treat themselves like a hospital. So that was a fun realization because they charge different prices than an urgent care.
What did they diagnose you with?
Something probably musculoskeletal.
Did you get a Flexeril prescription?
Did I get a what?
Flexeril?
I did not. I got no prescription.
Bummer.
More or less, I had some pain in my kidney area.
Your flank?
My flank. And that's something I don't want to mess with as I've had kidney issues in the past. Combined with what felt very fluey with some fever and some just a lot of things that sort of pointed to potentially a kidney infection. And I wanted to be very careful about
You
that.
thought you had pyelonephritis?
That's the one. Or a kidney stone. That was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But when I started feeling fevery and chillsy and was waking up in the middle of the night with like kidney flank pain, I was like, oh, I should probably go get this.
Yeah.
At the very least ruled out. Which I did. I got a CAT scan, which love that. But it's all good, up and up. And we're back
Now
at it
you've
today.
met your deductibles, so you just get that shoulder surgery.
Shoulder surgery, get my nose done. Here we go. We're ready to rip.
Probably met your deductible when you had your MRI.
Yeah, well,
Maybe. I mean, how high is your deductible?
it's high.
Yeah.
It's large. So I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there. That's for sure. So
Yeah.
get my nose done this year, get my shoulder done this year.
It's the year of medical Brett.
Knock on wood. I don't want it to be, but
But I mean, if you meet it, just knock everything else out. You might
coming
as
out
well.
of the gates hot. Yeah.
Just do everything,
That's the idea. That's the idea. What's going on with you?
Nothing.
Nada.
I am wearing a scrub jumpsuit.
Whoa.
It's like a flight suit, basically.
Yeah, that looks sick.
It's not very practical for going to the bathroom.
Oh, you got to go full removal,
Which
romper
is like,
style.
Anytime you go out wearing a romper, but when I'm like carrying a bunch of shit in my pocket that I forget about, and then I like take the thing off to go to the bathroom, and then like all the pins I have, my badge, at one point like a syringe of medication,
Oh boy.
like drop on the ground of the bathroom, then you're like, well,
Yeah.
that's gross.
Yeah.
So then I gotta go sanitize it, waste the medication, like all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I've learned my lesson there.
Okay.
Not keeping stuff. Well, I do have 2 pins actually. But that being said, it is a production to go to the bathroom in this thing. And so even though I'm drinking water, we're gonna try to be efficient about this so
Tactical.
that I don't
Okay.
have to go to the bathroom mid-episode, because that's gonna tack on about 10 minutes to the whole recording time.
Okay. Well, then let's hop right into it. Randy, do you have anything to jump in with?
Don't even get me started on insurance today.
Yeah, Randy's battling United Healthcare, Luigi style.
No,
I was
not
about
Luigi
to say,
style.
are you about to go Luigi on them? 'Cause
It's not United Healthcare that I'm upset about. It's simply insured that I'm upset about. They're
maybe
saying,
we should delete this part of the episode because we could possibly incriminate you in a future.
I am not radicalized yet.
Yeah, tell that to Elon's AI, okay? They're going to come find you.
Randy's issues. I've never seen Randy this frustrated.
I have 5 places saying one thing and only one place saying that the other thing, and I'm getting so pissed at the one person that's saying the one thing. Verified it multiple times. I don't want to get into it.
Okay. Well, let's jump in, but first, let's hear from our friends over at Green Chef. Everybody knows what Green Chef is. Everybody loves Green Chef, myself included. Green Chef is a subscription meal kit service that is going to give you the tools to be your own boss in the kitchen. Sally, you're a big Green Chef fan. Am I right?
Yeah.
Green Chef is making it easier to eat healthy. This year, ditch the fads and create healthier eating habits that last with real, clean foods. Green Chef makes it easy with recipes curated for a variety of lifestyles and dietary needs. With pre-made sauces, pre-portioned ingredients, there's less prep and less mess and more time to savor delicious restaurant quality meals. You can also stay on track on your busiest days like me. I'm having a busy day with salads ready in 5 minutes or less, ready to blend smoothies and grab and go protein packed breakfasts. You want to know what's on the menu this week, Sal?
Would love to.
Let's see what we have. Green Chef is rocking. How about some honey mustard chicken cutlet salad? Okay. Italian pork puttanesca spaghetti. Yum. Maybe some spicy coconut curry shrimp. Betcha that
Delightful.
slaps.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely delightful. And wash it down maybe with some truffle linguine with chicken. I mean, sounds phenomenal. My mouth is watering. My mouth is literally watering at the sound of that. Green Chef is going to give you all the tools you need to be your own boss in the kitchen. I've become a better chef because of Green Chef, because you actually have to make the meals yourself. And you're going to eat better than if you were a single guy living by himself, as is the case with me. So here is the deal. Thrive all year with clean, easy meals from Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/mail-free and use code MAILFREE to get started with free salads for 2 months plus 50% off your first box. Again, go to greenchef.com/mail-free. Use code MAILFREE to get started with free salads for 2 months plus 50% off your first box. You want to rip number 1, Sally?
Yeah, I'll read. My wife and I are struggling with telling her family that we want to take a pass on the family vacation this year. We love her family. It's just that the past few years haven't been much of a vacation. Her brother and sisters pretty much pawn their kids off on us the entire vacation. We do love being the fun uncle and aunt. It's just a lot during the day when you can't even read a book or lay out for a tan. The amount of ask Uncle Jack and Aunt Jill to take you down to the beach or watch you at the pool while they just sat in the house or on the deck was honestly infuriating. We took a week off to relax and enjoy family and instead felt like babysitters. The only time we got to relax was at night when we would sneak off to the beach bar, but then would get 7 a.m. wake-ups as the kids wanted to play. Don't think it will go over well saying we want to come on vacation but don't want to watch our nieces and nephews every day. So instead, I think we are just going to go to Scotland and London for a week and a half in the fall. Just would love some advice on how to break it to them. Thank you so much for all you do. We love the pod.
Oh, we love you too. Thank you for listening.
I'm still team be honest here. But first of all you say is like, hey, we're going to forego the beach. We really want to do this trip to Scotland and London. It's the time we have available to take off.
Yeah, it's a convenient excuse, and it's also like the truth. It's like, hey, probably can't do both work-wise. That's true.
Or budget-wise.
Or budget-wise, true. And we're going to go do this by ourselves. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. And we'll get you next year on the family vacay.
Right.
It seems like a pretty straightforward thing.
Although you can totally leave out the don't want to deal with nieces and nephews if you want.
Right. Because it doesn't affect your plan to go to Scotland and England.
Right.
Yeah. And I get there's like sort of, if you are the youngest brother or sister and you're kind of the de facto like fun, like Randy's in this position.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on a family vacation, let's go, oh, Uncle Randy, he's going to play with you for 6 hours while mom and dad take an actual vacation, and you just kind of have a built-in babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
So understandably, there's a little bit of like the hazing procedure here, but you have a built-in, like you're actually going somewhere and you're not just, oh, I don't want to go and we're going to be at home.
Right.
Simple, straightforward. But I understand where you're coming from.
So hearing this, there was a very famous Am I the Asshole that was very similar to this. And I think it was a little more egregious. If you want to look that up, you could probably find it easy. Just kind of type this in. But I don't think your sibling, whoever, is being malicious here. Like,
No.
Reading this is that they're not passing them off to you. I think that it's very much, especially if you don't live around your nieces and nephews and stuff, your sibling probably thinks like you don't get quality time with your nieces, and they probably think that like you want to have that time. So one, they want to take a vacation from their kids too, but maybe just be honest. If you don't want to go on this, but the vacation, that's fine. But I would maybe just be communicative to them like, hey, I'm on the vacation too. I kind of want to enjoy myself. I want to hang out with the kids, but I don't want to hang out with them 24/7. I get that I don't get to see them all the time and I should have quality time with them. Just draw like a little line in the sand. But this is definitely that your sibling wants you to have a good relationship with their kids as much as it is like that they want to have their own vacation.
Yeah. No, I
So
think
just
there's
know
no
that
doubt.
that's where they're probably coming from. And it's not like a malicious thing.
That was really a wholesome answer from you.
I know how it goes. Like it's definitely my brothers have been very good. Like they want to play, but if I start getting like a little worn out, they're like, all right, like we'll take care of them. We know that you're not their parent, but they want me to at least, have fun with their kids.
Maybe my whole family is just selfish assholes because I feel like when we haven't taken a family vacation in a couple of years with like our whole family, but
God,
even
you guys
when,
would have a squad at this point.
even when we bring the kids, like I would never expect anybody to take care of my kid. And also my kids are not really, I mean, Fritz is maybe getting to the age where he like wants to play, but also like at the time, like my sister and brother who both are childless would just be like, oh no, that's not something I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here and read a book. Like to
no,
Fritz's
no.
face. And like, to me, that's another way of handling it. Just be like, oh, we can't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lock your door. Like everyone is entitled to a vacation. You're also not wrong for being upset. You have a great excuse. We don't have the time. We're doing this instead. But for the future, even on holidays, etc., when everyone's in the same place, you get to set a boundary. So if it is just, no, sorry, I'm reading a book, and then them getting upset, like their parents need to be self-aware enough to watch that their child's,
Yeah. And maybe not deny them 100 times in a row, but
right.
but
There's a healthy
Yeah, there's a
balance.
healthy balance. Yeah.
But I get it. You don't want to be woken up at 7 a.m. on a vacation. I mean, I don't want to be woken up at 7 a.m. on a vacation, but that's not my life anymore.
And then when it comes to like breaking it to the rest of your family, I'd probably be proactive here versus like letting the family group text get going and then having to pull out.
Yeah.
So just being like, hey, no, your guys are probably going to start planning whatever this year's event is. We are planning this ahead of time. Want you aware, like don't want to be involved in having to, to hit the ripcord instead of being proactive.
Right. Easy.
Fair?
Wow.
Let's do the next one. Hey, gang. A little more of a lighthearted question for you. We love lighthearted questions here. What is your policy on playing music in the car if you're driving and have someone else in the car? Do you try to play music that you think the other person will like? Do you play your music regardless of passenger? For example, my wife isn't a big fan of my taste in music, so sometimes I'll play music that we both like, depending on my mood. I will also say, screw it, and play what I want. However, my wife subscribes to the driver picks the music, passenger shuts his pie hole mindset, and plays whatever she wants, regardless of my thoughts. I don't really care because we're rarely in the car for very long together, and she will change the song if I really want it changed. Just want to know what you guys and girls do.
What do you do?
I am, if it's less than a road trip, like we're talking less than an hour or so, I'm team put my own stuff on and like kind of lower it down. Like we're at like a 9 or a 10 out of a traditional listen. We're not singing along. It's more of a conversation.
Right.
If it's an extended period, if it's a road trip, I will give the aux to the passenger. I don't know why I do that, but I think it's more because should be focusing on the
You're
road.
driving,
Yeah, I'm
right?
driving.
Shotgun is navigator and DJ.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the role.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I subscribe to. If it's less,
Mhm.
I'm putting my phone down and just going through like my light songs on Spotify. We're not doing a DJ for that.
Right.
That's kind of how I look at it.
Will and I don't know if I mentioned this on a previous podcast in the past couple of weeks, but Will and I recently drove to Fort Worth and back.
Sure, funky town.
And the way home, 3-hour drive,
Mhm.
we raw dogged the entire thing. We just talked the whole time.
Well, we'll talk about this
Wow.
on, I think, on Circling Back.
I think we realized we were doing it about 2.5 hours in and then did it the whole time just to like
Just
make
let
a
it rip.
point.
Look at that.
It was wild. We talked the whole time.
That's awesome.
I'm not saying that you have to do that or that was even like it just happened and then we were like, wait, what? Have we just been talking this whole time? No one put on music. Normally though, when
Mhm.
we are driving together on a road trip, exactly the same thing. Shotgun gets the aux cord.
Yep.
You pick. You obviously are picking something you both are into.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm making sure it's in the same, not the same genre, but like we're gonna be
Easy
on the same
listening, but
page.
like also something that's not going to put me to sleep.
Mhm.
I have Will noted Deadhead has put on playlists before while I'm driving.
Mhm.
Most recently when I was driving from Atlanta to Tennessee.
Oh, I was gonna mention that.
And I at one point looked over at him. We were also in a fight, so this did not help.
This is where I was going with it.
I just was like, I'm putting on something else. This is putting me to sleep. And I was already really tired and pissed off. And like, I didn't want to listen to a 30-minute guitar solo.
So, Sally, you are completely 100% in the right here because I do this in the office when Brett puts on his sleepy AI jazz music.
It's not
just-
AI
it-
jazz.
And it
It's
puts
just
me to sleep, and I
sleepy
have to
music.
yell at him. I'm changing this.
I honestly, when I need to be not awake, but like when I catch myself driving and am in the point where I'm getting lulled,
Mhm.
I put on a podcast because I need something that I can like, I have to
Mhm.
pay attention to. And when you are listening to music, especially if you know the music, you just kind of like let your brain start drifting.
You zone out a little bit.
That being said, but then for shorter trips, like say we're just driving to Mount El Rancho with the kids. If Will's driving, it's almost he will put on when he's driving, he will turn on a playlist. 99 times out of 100, it's going to be some sort of dead music,
Mhm.
and I just let him do it because I
Yeah.
don't care.
Short enough.
When you have kids, this
Background
also
music.
changes because sometimes Fritz doesn't care, and sometimes Fritz wants to listen to like
Fritz stuff.
Fritz stuff, which is never. Sometimes it's kid stuff, and sometimes he'll like say the dinosaur song, and then we'll like put on Sabrina Carpenter, and he's like, "Yeah, okay," and we're like, "Okay, what? Like that was the dinosaur song you wanted?"
Just John Williams soundtrack.
Mostly, he wants to look at the album art on the
Oh yeah. Okay.
the screen,
Yeah.
and if it's like interesting enough, he's into it.
That's
But he
That's a
doesn't
good way to put it.
like. That's what he wants
Okay.
because he like wants to see it. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's nothing playing on this screen. It's just the.
Stimulating visuals.
But then also when I drive, Will also does the aux cord because when Will drives and it's a short distance, he
Yeah.
will wait to go and then put on music. When I drive, I'm like, we need to get there. So I just start driving instead of like taking the extra minute to choose the song or
Mm.
whatever.
Okay.
So Will ends up being the one to put on music.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
But normally, okay, I like Grateful Dead. I'm not like a huge Deadhead. I have also been to the Sphere, but like
No
that's
big deal.
easy listening music.
Sure.
Okay, obviously huge John Mayer fan, but this is different if like your choice of music is like really heavy metal or like, you know what I'm saying? Something just like really egregious or like
Yeah. it's
really, really
polarizing.
bad AI country or
Who would do that?
you know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
you have egregious music taste, then this is different. But like,
Yes.
am I gonna like kill you for putting on Taylor Swift? No.
Mhm.
Or Beyonce or like somebody who's popular or even someone who's like, if you put on Fish, who I've never listened to, I'd be like, okay, what? Like I don't care.
Yeah.
This isn't
As long as it's within the bell curve.
right.
Like if it's screamo or like 40s, just anything way out there, let's try to find a common ground.
Right.
I think that's fair.
And then I think on a road trip, you obviously compromise, but there are obviously certain types of music that go better for a road trip. I'm talking specifically 90s country,
Mhm.
obviously.
Great road trip music.
Anything easy listening or like alternative, just
Yeah.
stuff that everyone gets along to.
Yacht rock, classic rock.
Yacht rock is great. Classic rock is great. Hip hop barbecue is great. All of those are great that are have mass appeal
Yep. People pleasers.
and are not going to be like, I can't believe this song's on. I hate it. I mean, you can have a couple skips, but you're not going to be like skipping every single song,
Yeah. Oh, totally. I've become a heavy podcast road trip guy.
Yeah.
And so like when I was driving with my ex, she'd be like, can we just listen to anything but Ole Miss podcasts? I was like, Yeah, that's
fair. The thing about podcasts on a road trip is that if you do it, I mostly only do that when I'm alone.
Mhm.
But if you do it, it needs to be something the other person is like willing.
Perhaps the mail-in podcast.
Sure.
There it is.
I mean, I would argue that a lot of the Wash podcasts are great for that. They're entertainment. Like
Easy
if
listening. Yeah.
when I was in a fight with Will, I think I listened to like Up First or something, just like piss him. Oh no, it was the Daily. Like I knew, like, and it was right after the election, so I like knew that like getting worked up about politics was gonna like also send him over the edge. I'm saying myself getting worked up about politics, so he was like seething. He was like, "Why are we listening to this?" And I was like, "Because I want to." Like it was purposeful.
Nice. It was targeted.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
I have trouble relating this because my music listening in the car is very different than the majority of our generation.
What do you listen to? In the
I
car,
listen to the
Randy?
radio.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I still listen. I mean, I have aux and all stuff. I usually give it to have the other person choose, but I also not only the radio. I still have a bunch of burnt CDs from high school.
Oh
and
my
I have a
God.
binder, and I say, hey, look through these CDs, and if you want to pick something,
Does your car have
listen
a
to that.
CD player?
It still does. Yeah, it's from 2012.
Randy and I, if we leave at the same
was, like,
time
very
during the
last.
summer, I'll like see him driving because we drive very similar paths home,
Right.
and I'll like see Randy waiting to turn left on Brody, and all windows all down,
Mm-hmm.
including the back ones,
Mm-hmm.
shades on, and I just hear like the. Boom, boom, boom,
Are
boom.
you're a windows down guy?
Oh,
Every window
I love windows down.
Same.
Don't like air conditioning. Air conditioning if I need to. Like I'll even
Crazy.
blast the AC on a 100-degree day with the windows down.
Oh,
just so I can have the windows
insane.
down.
Insane.
Randy, so do I.
Ugh.
In college, it was like a thing that my friends would like see me around West Campus, like driving home with my windows down, like blasting music.
Mhm.
So much so that when Harry was a pledge at unnamed fraternity, and I was a sweetheart of said fraternity, they made him dress up every party as me and wear a cardboard car and blast music from like a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh my
That
God.
is great.
It's
And they were
fantastic.
like, he's Sally.
It is truly one of my few, like, it's a joy in life is riding with a. This is why I want a Bronco so I can take the doors off and have you
Right.
Yeah.
That's
the
one
windows down
thing.
even more.
You know, Wrangler or Bronco with the doors off, tight. Love it.
Mhm.
4 windows down, AC blasting. It's 109 degrees outside.
Blasting Kenny Chesney.
I can
Ooh,
feel
it.
feel the back sweat just like sticking to my
No, because
No.
seats.
especially if you have the little AC seats that.
Ah,
Yeah.
my seats just heat. I
The
don't- I
2012
don't have the
Malibu
ACs.
don't have
Well,
AC.
I'm a big windows down proponent.
Yes.
Fritz loves a windows down moment.
That's tight. Do you do windows down on the highway, or is that where you cross the line?
No, usually not.
Okay.
But if we do, it's like they're cracked, so you're not getting the like.
Yeah, I go. You know, this sounds so dumb.
I
When I
do sunroof.
When
on the highway.
I love doing the sunroof, but when I go windows down, I go window down and then back window down like 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, it helps the
Because-
air flow through the car.
because then it doesn't go in your face, and
Yeah.
my hair doesn't get all messed up.
If you have one window down versus like, if you have one window down in the front, you got to put the one in the back
Crack it.
Mhm.
so that the wind passes through.
Right.
So it doesn't do
Because
that
otherwise you get the
whoop, whoop,
bu- bu-
whoop,
bu-
whoop,
bu-
whoop.
and it's
that's
really annoying.
That's like it's nails on a chalkboard to me. My dad used to hate that. Like
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
it
whoop,
messed
whoop,
with
whoop,
his like
whoop, whoop.
air pressure.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
But you also can't do both front windows, not back windows, because then it just goes through, and then your hair is just doing.
then it's going crazy.
My
yeah.
sister Natalie, when she used to drive me when we were in high school,
Mhm.
would roll down her window, but not let me roll down my window when
Mhm.
I was sitting in the front seat, because the cross ventilation would like blow her hair out of the way, but she wouldn't turn the AC on, so I would just sweat in the front seat.
Why wouldn't you turn the AC on?
Because girls are bitches to each other. I think she like purposely did it.
I just need to clip that.
Yeah, that's a good
Like-
clip. That's a good
Like that is like the epitome of our relationship. Was like Natalie playing whatever music she was into that I, again, like at the time, she didn't
Mhm.
give a shit what I wanted.
right.
So she's playing whatever she's into, probably like Ben Folds or something,
Mm.
and has her window down, but I'm not allowed to have mine. But it was like, it wasn't like 100 degrees yet. It was probably 80, but still
Okay.
you're sweating. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't have the AC on. And it's because of the cross ventilation. She didn't know about the back window trick,
No,
you know?
got to know the back window trick,
Yeah.
obviously. Can we hear from a new sponsor, Sally?
Yeah, let's do it.
Familiar with LinkedIn?
Yeah, I am. I do know that I don't have a LinkedIn.
Well, you should get one.
Sell me on it right
and
now.
Here's why. As a small business owner, you don't have the luxury of clocking out early. Your business is on your mind 24/7, as it is with your husband.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're hiring, you need a partner that grinds just as hard as you do. That hiring partner, Sally, is LinkedIn Jobs. When you clock out, LinkedIn clocks in. LinkedIn makes it easy to post your job for free, share it with your network, and get qualified candidates that you can manage all in one place. When we've looked for interns in the past for Washed or when I was at Barstool, LinkedIn was one of the places we posted the job, along with shooting email blasts and whatnot. But LinkedIn was where we wanted to get the most qualified candidates because you can kind of go through profiles pretty immediately, pretty easily, see if they're a fit for the job. So LinkedIn Jobs was our location. Shouts to them. Here's how it works. Post your job. You use LinkedIn's new feature that can help you write job descriptions and then quickly get your job in front of the right people with deep candidate insights. Either post your job for free or you can pay to promote your job. Promoted jobs get 3 times more qualified applicants. At the end of the day, the most important thing to your small business is the quality of candidates. And with LinkedIn, you can feel confident that you're getting the best. Here's what I mean. Based on LinkedIn data, 72% of small businesses using LinkedIn say that LinkedIn helps them find high-quality candidates. They make it easy. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses, including Wash Media, use LinkedIn for hiring today. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. So here is the deal. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/mailin. That's linkedin.com/mailin to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Next one, so number 3.
I'm reading. Okay.
All you.
Hey, Brett and Sally, I have a situation that I'm having a difficult time navigating. I've been dating someone for roughly 8 months, and it has been great. She is kind, thoughtful, and is fun to be around. Here comes the but.
However,
her dog, that is on the older side, is a little wild and disgusting. It constantly farts, and its breath could make wastewater employee gag. It constantly jumps on the table and tries to steal food. The worst thing is that it licks itself all night, and it is so loud, and I get 3 to 4 hours of sleep. I truly love most dogs, but this one is driving me up a wall. How do I stay in this relationship and manage the old dog that refuses to learn new tricks? Do I bring it up with her? I feel like it would be a recipe for a disaster. Any insight is greatly appreciated. Also, Sally, are you going to miss the Texas spring game and seeing Arch Manning?
So I got a quick answer to this, and it's kind of morbid, and I don't think you guys want to put it. He'll be dead soon. Don't worry.
I thought you were saying
No,
murder the dog.
just write it out. It'll be dead soon. I know it's mean to say that, but don't make a fuss about this.
Okay, but like, here's the thing: how old is the dog? And like, it might not be dead soon.
I was just saying on the older side.
Okay,
is
but like
what is that like 6 or is that like
low key?
12?
You could be writing this about Rosie. I love Rosie, and Rosie's a phenomenal dog, but Rosie does lick herself from about 4 to 6 a.m. Every morning. She also has gnarly breath that I've been trying to remedy.
Okay.
And she does jump up and steal food straight from your hand.
Mm-hmm.
She does. But I love her.
Yeah.
But like someone else, not Will, like if there was anybody else like staying at our house, actually, I should ask our dog sitters what they think of her.
Okay.
Although most of them like love her.
I was just saying, are they going to be honest or are they going to be like, oh my God, she's so cute?
She is really cute though.
She is really cute. She's so well
But so she would be quote old. She's 8.
Yeah.
But like some springers, we met a springer like a year ago that was 16.
Yeah. I was going to say 8
so like,
feels pretty prime-ish still.
I mean, 8
double
is
digits, you're starting
like
to get old.
senior. But like if this dog's like older than 10, okay.
Yeah.
But like you could be in for a while. Who knows what kind of dog? It depends on what kind of dog it is. If it's like a boxer, then you're probably golden. It's going to die in like 3 months. But if it's like, I'm just saying boxers don't have that. Like they just don't live long.
Yeah, Bernese Mountain Dogs.
But like if this is some like mutt.
You're looking at
a Chihuahua. Like this thing could be just well into another decade.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. You don't bring it up. You cannot say you don't like someone's dog unless it bites
I was
you.
gonna say, unless there's true disciplinary issues, like it's biting you or somebody else, or you're going
Or
after
like eating all of your shoes or something.
yeah, like tearing your clothes apart.
That's when you're allowed to say something.
Yeah.
But if you are just annoyed of the general demeanor of the dog, which like hate to break it to you, as I just pointed out, many dogs are like this.
Dogs be farting.
It makes it sound like Rosie's a really poorly behaved dog. She's a great dog, but like most dogs, like dogs don't have opposable thumbs and like can't shower themselves. So like they're gonna be licking their butthole. So
Sure are.
that is what a dog does.
Mhm.
Pets, unfortunately, are like
They're pets.
our pets.
They're animals.
They're literal animals. So can you spend the night at your house? And like she come there and then the
I was
dog
just saying,
doesn't come,
how
but
many
that's
how
kind
many
of
home and
sad.
away games are we playing?
Yeah. And I guess if it's like a bedroom situation, you could maybe like, hey, the licking like really keeps me up. Can we just have him like not sleep in the room?
Yeah, I think that's a fair ask. I don't know if you're gonna win that argument. Like, can he not sleep in the bed? Maybe.
I mean, Rosie's licking annoys the shit out of me and Will. And if she is like the mornings she wakes up and is doing it, like we both kick her out of the room.
Yeah,
Because
I
she has a
think that's
dog bed
fair.
in our room. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going on watch
Yeah,
duty
I
on the
think,
couch.
why don't you, if you wake up to the dog licking itself, be like, all right, I'll take you out, and then before you get back in bed, put her or him outside the door, and close the door.
Now, I'm no vet, okay?
It also could be a sign of infection, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is a lot of times, like dogs licking themselves is like one thing, but one thing we noticed, Rosie was licking herself a lot because she was eating her paws because she had such bad allergies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was licking her butt. This is, you can fast forward for the next 15 seconds if you want TMI, but she has a lot of like, we have to express her glands
Sure.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
It's
we
another
like
dog
put her
thing.
on medication that helped. And a lot of it was having to do with her allergies.
Okay.
So since we put her on allergy medicine, the licking has gone significantly down.
Interesting. Okay.
Because they like besides like cleaning themselves, they shouldn't be like going to town on themselves. You know
All
what I'm
day, every
saying?
day. Yeah.
The farts, I don't know what to tell you. The breath is not
Yeah.
great. Dogs are dogs.
Dogs are dogs. Get the little greenies or whatever
Yeah.
the stuff you can chew on.
I keep getting that like an ad on Instagram for this like powder you put on these dogs' food that helps clean their teeth, and I just
Oh,
like don't
gosh.
understand how this could possibly work.
Sounds like in 20 years they'll be like, here's the lawsuit. If your
Yeah,
dog got
it was
sick-
lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
It keeps getting served to me, and I'm like, "There's no way
Serving
this
your dog
shit works."
bleach, actually.
Rosie's breath is pretty terrible.
Pretty
It
gnarly.
has something to do with like, I think their diet, and if you have like Rosie doesn't eat like
Mhm.
grains or something, so when you have a grain-free diet, which would
Mm.
seem like it is counterintuitive, but I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of dogs have like that gross fish breath.
Yeah, my dog did. Shouts to Boo, who she had to get a bunch of teeth pulled. Like my sister would brush her teeth and stuff, but her breath was terrible. She got teeth pulled that were either infected or dead or whatever. Night and day difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I'm like worried that if I like go to the
doggy-
vet and
the
tell them
doggy,
that we need to pull all of her teeth.
She got like 12 teeth pulled. I mean, it's pretty significant.
How do they eat?
She still has like a lot of them. Just had to get a bunch of them out.
Yeah.
So they soften her food up a little bit.
I mean, Rosie eats like really soft food.
Yeah.
Farmer's Dog.
Yeah.
Shouts to
Oh,
Farmer's
shit.
Dog.
Sponsor the
Free
pod.
ad.
Sponsor
Sponsor
the
us,
pod.
please. You can't bring this up to her though.
Nope.
That's rude.
You let it go, and if it gets disciplinary, that's one thing. If
You
it's
can
a
maybe
health
mention
thing,
the lack
be
of
like,
sleep.
hey, a lack of sleep. Maybe it's an allergy thing. Maybe we bring it up the next time the dog's at the vet. But you got to deal with it.
I think
in the meantime.
maybe be more vocal too. If like it jumps up and tries to steal food, you like be a little bit louder, like no, down, and like maybe she'll understand. Like maybe she's not noticing that this is a bad behavior thing, and then your
Be
girlfriend,
be an alpha.
yeah,
Show the dog who's alpha.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn
This is
from
my
my dog
thing.
walker, Amanda, because like I am not an alpha. And when Amanda shows up, Rosie steps into line. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. She's
There
she's
you
an
go.
alpha.
Be an alpha. Show the dog what's up. Right. And that's Rosie is like an not old, but older. That's a new trick.
Oh yeah, I mean Rosie's like full demeanor changes.
Wow,
Rosie does pack walks now on like Wednesdays and Fridays.
that's sick.
And before she was like gonna come, before she was gonna join the little pack walk, Amanda was like, "I'm gonna come over. We're gonna like take her on a walk.
Ooh, kind of test her
I'll
demeanor.
see how she does." And I was like, "Oh, this is not gonna be good," because Rosie
Ah.
basically weaves in and out when we take her for walks. She's like sniffing every inch of the sidewalk
Oh, she's a
and
bird
grass.
dog. I mean,
And I was like, "She's gonna pull so bad, and this is not gonna work." And Amanda was like, "She healed the whole time." I was like, "What? She's never done that for me."
teach me your ways. Oh, she
Yeah.
just knows she can get away with it with you.
Yeah, and clearly I'm not an alpha in my own household. Way to go.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett, Sally, and Randy. How about that?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
me.
I work in wealth management. No big deal. I'm on a team that manages roughly $1 billion,
$1 billion.
the largest book in our office.
Is this just a brag or is this a question?
Just so far it is, but I think he
Okay.
has some points. I'm on the cusp of a promotion to a lead wealth manager. So far, definitely still a brag.
still bragging.
Awesome. Amazing.
My current team lead is fantastic, a great mentor, and a natural at this job. I have no problem working with existing high and low net worth clients. I know my planning knowledge is great, and I've worked my butt off to get my CFP and licenses, which shouts to you because that is very difficult. So that's all the bragging. So here we go with the non-bragging. However, it totally freaks me out going out on my own and building my own book of business, specifically the prospecting/sales process of getting new clients. Something about running the show myself wigs me out. For example, our firm partners with brokers for introductions to prospective clients. Many times there are events with tons of prospective clients. I can get by at these events, but I feel like my small talk and introductory skills could be improved. I get super jittery and super nervous. Any tips on how to feel more comfortable in these settings and in individual prospect meetings? How can I overcome imposter syndrome, which is so prevalent in this industry?
Do you think a guy or a girl wrote this?
It's very gender neutral.
That was pretty gender neutral in my opinion. Yeah.
Just wondering.
What do you think?
I don't know. What I was say, if you're a woman, you just need to approach this with the same confidence of a mediocre white male, which is just.
And if you're a mediocre white male, you need to approach this with a superior, like a
superiority
an air of
complex.
superiority.
Randy and I went to I suppose you call it a networking event
Okay.
at Matt's El Rancho
Mm-hmm.
last couple Tuesdays ago.
Oh, okay. I was also supposed to be at said networking event. Are we sure it was a networking event?
No,
was it
it's an event with
an excuse for multiple people
Okay.
to drink several margaritas.
Sally, I can assure you it's a networking event, and I don't know if I'm going to do it again next year.
So Randy is very unfamiliar with these situations. A lot of people in a room that you don't know that are business adjacent somehow.
Or care to
Right.
know.
I've been doing these things for years. I'm in sales, very natural environment. And
Right.
the simple answer to this question is repetition. You know, as long as you have, which you have, built your knowledge on something substantial, which is you're a certified financial planner, you have all the certifications, you have the licenses, you've done it forever.
Mhm.
Going out on your own and the institutional knowledge you have is already there. The people, the soft skills come with repetition.
Right.
And
Just building your
building your
confidence.
confidence and walking into a room and having not rehearsed small talk, but just knowing exactly how to get involved with people. So Randy hadn't done this before. Very jovial guy, very icebreakery kind of guy at bars, but got to Matt's and he was a little not wigged out, but he's a little, just a bird trying to flap
Out
his
of
wings
his
for the
comfort
first time.
zone.
Out of his comfort
There's
zone.
a big difference what we're talking, but yes, you are correct. That was.
And so
Did you build an entire portfolio of wealth management, or how did it go for you?
I'm actually up for promotion too. No.
Did you black
No,
out?
Rush, doing Rush stuff for a fraternity. It was very easy. Like I wanted to go talk to these people and go up to it. Was there at that event? I was just like, what am I supposed to? Oh, I'm trying to get these people invested in a company. I'm the creative guy. I don't care about any of this. That's Brett's job. He's hired to do that.
and Randy saw me doing that.
Yeah,
And
he
so
did a good job.
Thank you. But I guess the point is that you can. This can be learned. This can be like you have to have some semblance of outgoing to you. You have to have some semblance of confidence to you. But the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. So put yourself in situations with prospective clients more. Like again, the confidence is going to come mostly from you having the knowledge of knowing what you're doing on the investment side of the financial planning side. Because you have that, the imposter syndrome is just like I got to go golf with this client, or I got to go to dinner with this client or prospective client,
Mm-hmm.
not having those relationships built yet. You've worked with a book, but now in building your own book, it's not sink or swim, but you are off on your own and you don't have your mentor to lean on in getting this client from Houston who has $30 million. Now you got to go secure something by yourself.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
It made it seem like he's having a promotion within this company. So can he still not use his team leader as like a mentor?
I'm sure he can, but when you have your own,
Sorry.
when you have your own book, you start to it's inner office competition,
Right.
because you're not trying to take your mentor's clients.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, he's gonna or she's gonna get pretty ticked off, I would imagine. Maybe they can give you some of their smaller clients that you're like, hey, you built this relationship, you helped me get them. They're not going to affect my book because they're lower net worth or something in a big way. So I'm inviting you to come sort of offer your services up as their lead versus being 20th on my depth chart. So that might be the case, and that could be a healthy start. But the main thing here is repetition, is getting out in front of people, proving to them that you know what you're doing by either explaining to them your process or your prospectus or whatever it might be. I'm sure he has guardrails if he's at a large firm managing $1 billion. And proving that your strategy or your whatever your pitch is works for people. And the more you have that down, the more you have that sort of small talk that leads into an informal conversation about managing their wealth, that leads into a formal conversation about managing their wealth, the easier it's going to get. And so it's just getting in rooms with people or getting on, not necessarily like cold calling people, but being where prospective clients are more and more and more and more.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect. You learn from doing. And I have 2 points on this question here. Is that like, I think question gets broken down into 2 different things. The person is nervous about going off on their own and building their own stuff and feeling this imposter syndrome, which I think that's just in any industry and anything. You probably felt the same way when you first got the job and like graduated college, and just you've been so comfortable now doing it so many years, you kind of forgot that's how you felt originally. And whenever you do something new, there's a bunch of nerves and all stuff. So
Totally.
that's just a scary thing to do, and you'll make it. You've worked hard, know that. And then like the second part is, I think that it's a perspective thing, is that if you're out on your own, you now kind of have a little fire lit underneath your butt that it's going to be easier for you. Like, think about that. It's easier for you to go talk to these people and make these meetings, because you answer to yourself and like you are in charge of your own destiny. Like, it's an easier thing. Like, you have that fire underneath your ass to go get that.
You're probably gonna eat what you kill in this situation.
Exactly. So I think just it's a perspective thing, and it's a nerves thing, and it's a perspective thing.
The other thing I'd mention would be, this is where I was. Like, I'd worked with my team at Barstool, pitching a lot of clients and responding to a lot of RFPs, and I was involved in that process. But coming down here was the first time I had like my own clients and my own pitches, my own sales process. And it's scary and uncomfortable until you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it. And the other thing I'd say is, when you're in these events where there's a lot of prospective clients, it sounds like your company sort of puts them on. I'm thinking like a Wells Fargo that hosts people, that bring friends, that a lot of potential money in the room. Maybe not make the conversation a pitch right away. Maybe focus on small talk or college football or whatever ties you to somebody. I always like the 3-man method or 3-person method, whether it's talking to somebody at a bar, whether it's talking to somebody at a conference or a networking event. Involve somebody you either kind of know or know well, and bounce off them to get to somebody that you don't know. Works in arts and crafts class in 3rd grade, works at the bar with Randy, works in Sally's backyard when you have friends over that I don't know that I want to meet. Run the 3-man weave.
We're coming close to the end of Q1, Sally. Will said that he wants to have some kickbacks.
Okay.
There was talk of a potential derby party run back.
He is welcome to host whatever he
Let's
Hey.
go. The boys are buzzing.
Let's go.
Okay.
I will be staying for the race this time and collecting Venmos prior to the race.
Yeah.
I will not be going to the iHeart Country Music Festival. this
Okay.
time. I might
Good to
actually.
know.
I think we
yeah.
might need to fix our like TV situation. Maybe have an outside TV.
Ooh, if you only had a video guy that could help out with that.
Yeah. If only.
It's me. I'm the video guy.
I know.
If
Okay.
only you had investing made easy, Sally. Maybe you're not a CFP,
I'm clearly not.
but this podcast is brought to you in part by Stash. Saving and investing can feel impossible, but with Stash, it's not just a reality, it's easy. Stash isn't just an investing app. It's a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with dependable financial strategies to help you reach your goals faster. They'll provide you with personalized advice on what to invest in based on your goals, or if you want to just sit back and watch your money go to work, you can opt into their award-winning expert managed portfolio that picks stocks for you. Stash has helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals and starts at just $3 per month. Don't let your savings just sit around. Make it work harder for you. Go to get.stash.com/mailin to see how you can receive $25 towards your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That's get.stash.com/mailin. Paid non-client endorsement, not representative of all clients and not a guarantee. Investment advisory services offered by Stash Investments LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk. Offer is subject to terms and conditions. Bit the hell out of my tongue during that CTA. I
Wow.
apologize. You want to do number 5, Sal?
Hey, for the last 2 weeks, someone has been leaving candy on my work desk, a total of 4 times. I have no idea who is doing it. I work at a huge office, and a lot of people could have access to my desk. I don't know if it's a romantic interest or someone being friendly, but it makes me uncomfortable to not know their intentions. Am I overthinking this?
Put on your rom-com hat, Sally. Let's go to town.
Uh,
I need to know 2 things. 1, what kind of candy? And
Mhm.
2, is it wrappered candy or unwrapped candy?
And 3, is it just you or are other people getting the candy too?
Very
Have
fair.
you verified with
that's
this?
actually a great question. That is my number one question. Is anyone else getting random candy?
Because it just could be an office thing that someone's just giving out.
Maybe
candy.
that's how you lead like the G chat or the Teams thing. Who is anybody getting random candy put on their desk?
I think you literally don't address it and just toss the candy or give it to someone else.
Oh, that's crazy. You gotta know who your candy admirer is.
No, okay. If you address it at all, you get on Slack or whatever it is that people use. I don't know. We don't have that at my work, so it doesn't matter. And just be like, "Who's leaving candy at my desk?" LOL. That's
too direct.
Why?
I set up a ring cam to catch the candy artist in the act.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Or
Make it a sting.
put a little sticky note on your desk. Like, if you're gonna leave candy on my desk, might as well take me out to dinner first.
I don't know. You don't do that, bro.
No.
Why?
Okay.
Whoa.
My Slack idea was way better than
That
that.
was
No.
terrible, Brett.
Why?
Terrible.
I'm trying to make a rom-com here.
I prefer a
Randy.
sting where you have the eyes cut out of a magazine and you sit at someone else's desk and watch
Oh.
your desk.
And you see who's doing it.
I think personally, you don't eat the candy.
I
Number
agree.
1.
Especially if it's unwrapped.
Could be anthrax. we
Who
don't
is
know.
giving unwrapped candy?
I
Like,
don't know.
Just a single Minto,
Jelly
like
bean
just
on your
to.
desk?
I did give an unwrapped piece of gum to Will today, but I did hand it directly to his hand.
Okay.
Ew. What?
I got it from my car. It was one of those Eclipse
Oh.
ones from my car.
Oh,
I got
okay,
one for
okay.
myself and I brought one back for him
For
because I
some
know he
reason,
likes
I was
gum.
picturing this as a stick of gum, and I was
No,
like,
no.
"That's disgusting."
No, no.
Okay, it's likely wrapped, but even if it's wrapped, my woman, everything is a threat. Brain is like, don't eat the
Don't
candy.
eat the candy. That's very fair. We've been taught that there's razor blades and all unknown
Yeah.
candy since we
Yeah.
were 3 years old.
But You could go as far as to get a Ring cam
There we go.
or like a Wise cam, whatever, one of
trail
those like
cam.
little, like a cheapo one on Amazon, and set it up and just see.
Well, if you have
See
a
who it
webcam,
is.
just use that for on your computer and just have it directed.
I
there,
need to.
you know?
Is it
But
like
I'm
in
thinking
the
it's
morning?
happening like not during office hours, because
Yeah.
obviously it's not somebody just like slipping by. I'm thinking she's getting it in the morning before work.
Like,
Like-
what if this is just like the cleaning crew and they always leave a piece of candy on everyone's desk?
Yeah,
just as
maybe
a
you
nice,
do
like, a
ask
mint on
if-
the pillow.
if-
I think
multiple
you
people are
ask your
getting
work
candy.
friend or friends, like, I keep getting like Twix bars. Like, is anybody else getting candy?
It
And
has
then
the
if
same
everyone,
candy every time.
yeah, because maybe it is the cleaning crew.
It could just be office manager Brett. Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah, that's my biggest question. If it's just you or if it's more people.
I need to know what candy it is. I need to know
Mm-hmm.
if are we getting king size? Are we getting fun size?
No, fun size for
Like a little
sure.
Snickers or Milky Way, like fun size.
Which don't taste good anymore, by the way. We've
They taste
talked about
they do
We
this.
taste
talked about that.
different.
They had like a
taste
weird
different.
cherry
No,
taste.
there
Yeah.
was a chocolate
Yeah.
shortage,
Yeah.
and so they added flavor to it, and now it tastes like weirdly cherry sweet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They're not
I
good.
know. I have noticed.
As
that,
someone
yeah.
who eats a lot of candy at work, because we always have a little candy bowl in the anesthesia office, and I usually partake,
Mhm.
but I have been sticking to the Starburst as of late.
Yeah, I'm concerned if it's like if it's a piece of candy where you have access to the candy prior to, instead of like a Kit Kat where you actually have to like open it, rip it open. I wouldn't eat it.
Oh, I wouldn't eat it even if it's Kit Kat. No,
Okay.
nuh-uh.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Put up a ring cam or leave a sticky note. Be like, please identify yourself, Mr. Candy.
No, I think putting a sticky note instead of just saying like, is anyone else getting candy, or who's putting candy on my desk? Thank you, LOL. That's all you have to say.
These are my steps. I think you ask people around you. If you're the only one, then you set up the camera like your webcam and see if you can catch people. Have it going all like 10 hours of video and you do it. If not, then you Slack, and then if not, you leave a sticky note. That's your
Sticky note.
last option.
There is no world in which this becomes a rom-com to me. This is the worst way to pick someone up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, whoever's doing this, if it's not a cleaning crew or like your friend who just like thinks it's funny,
Mhm.
like whenever we used to like do shit to Micah, like put truck nuts on his car or a Bucky sticker, like that is one thing. But like, and your friend doing it to like fuck with you, but like, if this is some dude in your office who like thinks you're cute and just leaving candy, like that's
Weird.
weird.
Gives me like white van vibes.
Gives me like he might slip an air tag in your purse.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with
Ugh,
Sally on this
don't
one.
like that.
Dang, we need more people working here because I want to prank people, but like if I started messing with someone, it's one of four culprits.
Why don't you
like,
mess with the people in the office who have
Yeah.
made the signs, the parking signs?
Oh, those people over there. I'm like saying like I'd like to mess with Will, but I want Will to be like,
I
"There's
keep
20
not
people who's
parking in
doing
those
it."
spots. I know this is a big deal, and instead I've been parking in the handicap spot, which
Yeah.
is not legal.
D-
Please don't arrest me.
No, they got it. It's officially sanctioned by the property manager.
Well,
Which
what
is
are they going to
crazy.
do if I park there? Tow me?
I don't know. We none of us have dared to do it.
I'm going to do it next time.
They
I
don't
would-
park in that spot either.
I'm going to
It's not
park there
like
next
that.
time, and then if somebody says anything to me, I'm going to be like, blow me. I don't care.
Like how many people are here right now at your office and that none of them are parking in that parking spot right
I'll be
now?
like, give me the letter that the landlord assigned you this parking spot.
Oh,
Can't wait to see it.
scorched earth.
I love causing a parking controversy.
Let's ride.
Low key, I don't know if Will's talked about this either. The curb next to the side on one of the streets, because we're at a
Mhm.
corner lot, but like one of the streets of our house is less busy, and our nanny parks there every morning.
Okay.
And Will and I both get so pissed when there's a house catty corner to us, and the guy's girlfriend always parks in the street and then walks
Mm.
over because they don't have enough parking in their driveway.
Okay.
And Claudia gets mad because she's like got to take the kids to school and stuff. So she doesn't have like access to, she can't park on the other side because that's where like the rest of the people next to us are. It's just a weird parking situation. But
Yeah.
she really can only park on that one spot, like the street side on one side of our house.
Okay.
And there's always like some guy's random girlfriend there. And then
It's
it's
tough.
like she's got to park way down the street, like get the kids to school. Like,
Mhm.
so I've started parking there in the afternoon to like basically save it.
Say
And then
yeah.
I leave at like 6:30 a.m.
Mhm.
So the girlfriend can't park there when she spends the night at the boyfriend's house.
I like it.
Or we put our trash cans out there. It's just like,
Even on a non-trash day.
Claudia told me, she's like, I want to get like a cone. I'm like, do it.
Claudia cone.
Apparently, you can just make your own parking spot.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
Hey, you want to
Sure
talk
can.
about parking spots in Chicago?
Oh.
If you dug out that parking
Fucking
spot and
Boston, too?
someone parked
Oh.
in that spot that you dug out,
Oh.
it was almost war.
Yeah.
It was war. It was literally like tires are getting slashed, mirrors are getting popped
Uh-huh.
off.
You dig out that spot and you put
It's your
folding
spot.
chairs in that spot for when
Yeah.
you get home from work.
We had the orange cone at my townhouse because if you dug that shit out, it was yours.
Well, we're not digging anything out because it's not snowing here,
Yeah.
but like I
I
made.
just,
Oh, I just-
passive aggressive.
that just fired me up,
Passive aggressive
thinking
parking
about-
is just
oh.
a part of human life nowadays.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I've been towed a lot.
Wow.
I had a lot of parking tickets.
He's also leaking a bunch of oil from his car right now.
Wow.
I think I am.
That
yeah,
doesn't-
you are.
That's not
I
great.
think I am.
Should probably
I got to
get
get
checked
that
out.
checked out.
Should we do the last one?
We're at about an hour. How's
Oh, you wanna
your
s-
bladder? We can save it.
It's, no, I'm not in a good place.
Okay,
I have
let's-
to unzip and take this whole thing off.
Okay, let's
Are we saving the last one
save
for
the
next week?
last one for next week,
Okay.
and that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks everybody for tuning in. See you guys next week. I
Bye.
don't even know what I forgot the outro.
We don't need an outro.
Okay, Sally doesn't need an outro. Sally, where can the people find you first?
I don't need one. Bye.
Okay,
Okay.
Randy, thanks for tagging along.
Hey,
today.
Randy Trebecki. Bye.
I'm Brett Merriman.
If you don't
Merriman.
follow me at this point, you're not going to follow me now
that's fair.
because
That's
of
fair.
this one shout out.
Big night tonight for the boys.
She has
First-
to pee.
First round of playoffs. Excuse me.
Oh,
first
I
round
thought
of
you were talking about traders.
the championship series for men's league that I'm postponing my shoulder surgery for time and time again.
Feels safe. Feels like a good
Thank you.
choice.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.